Gary Yeoman did an interview with Almost Mongolian Investing YouTube channel, and then the full interview is like 1 hour and 11 minutes. So I will include the link to this interview in the description below. But I wanted to play you a part of the interview where he talked about blue water. So let's just have a listen, and then I'll have a few words to say about it.
Al Qureshi has done an outstanding job in growing the blue water business from the time that we purchased them to where we are today. And in that area, he's not only dealing with servicing rights, but he's also dealing with due diligence. I mean, what separates blue water from the rest of the pack? And that is fully digitizing all of the mortgage underlying documents that are there. All of the due diligence that is required is done. Not only looking at the mortgages and all of the underlying documents, the title, the liens, and everything else, but you're looking at the valuation, you look at flood certificates, tax certificates, all of that kind of thing. And he's digitized that whole process. So why has that become so valuable to us? Well, I think that you're going to see an opportunity in the near future of us having a product that can be fully insured in that space. All right, certainly not done yet, but certainly that's our plan, is to go forward to ensure that. And what does that impact that have? So as an example, if I'm a purchaser of mortgage servicing rights, and let's say I'm buying 20,000 loans, or servicing right loans in that. Typically what they do is they take anywhere from 7 to 10% and they do a quality control check. I think it's basically a obligatory responsibility that they have to have that review. And what do they do with that check? They look at all of the underlying documents, the mortgage documents, the title, the liens, the taxes, and all that thing. And right now that costs an average purchaser about $600 per loan. So if you did a 10% review, you're talking 20,000 at 10% is 2,000 times $600 per loan is about $1.2 million. Well, we're going to come up with a fully digitized review of all of the things that they check, but we're going to do it on 100% of the documents rather than the only 20%. And we'll be able to do it for $25 or less per loan. So if we're doing 2,000 loans and we do it for $25, we're doing it for, instead of 1.2 million, we're doing it for $500,000. So we're doing it for 100% of the loans at half the cost. And why can we do it? Because we've digitized everything.
Okay, so this piece really stood out for me because, it just tells me why I like Voxtur so much. Because look what they're doing. They put together a business that combines different entities. Benutech, sketching software, this, and that, Blue Water. And then they're looking for ways to solve problems with this data, right? So the problem that he identified is that when a party buys a pool of mortgages, they do a quality check on those mortgages, but because of the cost and then the labor and time required, they only check certain percentages of those loans, because as he said that, I think he used $600 per loan to do that, right? And here they are, by able to combine all of the data that they have, they can do the same amount of work faster, not for $600, but for $25, right? Because they have access to all this data and everything is digitized. So now, does this add value to society? Of course this adds value to society, because now that process that used to take so much time and it cost so much and it was manual will be able to be done in 10 seconds and cost, $25 instead of $600. And because of that reduction in cost, the buyers will be able to check all the loans and still pay less than if they used the previous method, right? And that to me is just like, this is innovation. This is what you sign up for, right? A data, how can we take this data combination and how we can solve a problem here in the buying and selling mortgages and due diligence, how we can take this data and make appraisers faster on the origination side. I mean, so if you step back and you listen to this, it's truly amazing to me what they've done and what they're doing to create value. And it's like, it's mind-boggling. And at the same time, you see what investors are doing to the stock, okay? I mean, it's just mind-boggling. I mean, if I didn't see the stock price, I would be like, wow, congratulations. You put together all these companies and now you can create more value for society and this industry. But because 3 inches in front of people's face, all they can see is interest rates going up, we're going into the recession, they are throwing away a business that is so innovative, okay? The same way they were acting like idiots when they were selling oil for less than zero because 3 inches in front of their face, we were staying at home. And then later, 2 years later, 3 inches in front of their face, they see war between Russia and Ukraine, somebody talking about weather, that it's going to be cold winter in Europe, and they were saying that natural gas was going to go to $20 and oil is going to go to $300, and that's how people operate. 3 inches in front of your face, incredible stupidity. But when I look at an interview like this and I'm thinking like, wow, what have they done? How much value they have created since I got involved with this company, and how much more value can be created going forward, it's just mind-boggling to me. So anyway, have a listen to this entire interview. I just took a little piece of it because this little part really, really interested me. But have a listen to the entire interview. The link is in the description below.